Hey everybody, welcome back. Before we start, hit that subscribe button. It'll take you 1 second just below there. Okay, so today I'm going to create a list called My List. Okay, and there's the list. I'm going to populate it with some names. So Dave, Joe, Pete. There we go, that's Dave, Joe and Pete there. And now I'm going to create a function, and what we're going to do, I'm going to create this function that will search the list. In fact, I think I'll populate it with a few more names than that. Let's say Bill and Sid. Okay, we've got a few more names in there. So we're going to create a little search function that we're going to use to search for a name within that list. So I'm going to call it search name, because that's very clear to anybody who sees it what it does. Okay, the entry here is going to be equal to input. Of course, we're going to ask the user to enter a name. So the user is going to enter a name into there that he wants to search for in the list. Okay, so if entry in my list, so if the entry that the user types in there is in the list, we tell the user that indeed the name is in the list. So the name has been found. Okay, so the name has been found. Else, what we're going to do here, this is our catch-all. If the name hasn't been found, well then the name hasn't been found, so we have to tell the user that the name is not in the list. Okay, so the name is not in the list, and now all we're going to do is we're going to call this by calling it search name. Okay, so search name. We're just going to save that and we're going to run the program. Let's see if it works. Invalid syntax. Oh dear. You have to be careful. Right, let's save that once more and give it a run. Okay, so enter name. So I'm going to enter a name that's in the list. I'm going to enter a name like Bill. Okay. So as you can see, Bill has been found. Okay, let's run it again and let's enter another name. Let's say Mark. Mark is not in the list. So there we go. The name is not in the list. So I'm going to add another little function to this. And I'm going to call it add name. So this little function, its job is to add a name to the list. So again, entry is equal to input. This is where we get the user input here, and I'm just going to say enter a name. So the user will enter a name in there that he or she wants to add to the list, and we're going to add that entry to the list by saying mylist.append and entry. Mylist.append entry, and then we're going to print out the list so you can see that the name actually went into that list. So that's going to be my list. Okay, I'm going to save that, and what I'm going to do is we're going to do the search function first, we're going to do this. So what we're going to do is, I think we'll start from here, and we're going to type in add name there. So once it's finished searching, it's going to take us down to this, so we can add another name, and then this here it takes us down to here, so we can add the name, and then it will print out the new list here with the new name in it. So let me just save that again. So let's run the program. Okay, so enter a name. So let's say Dave. Okay, so the name has been found. Enter a name that I want to put into this list. Let's have a look. Let's put XXX. I know it's not a name, but it will stand out. There we go. So we've got all the names in there, and we've got XXX. Now, this wasn't clear. It kind of looked a little bit like that to me. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to just print something here. Print update list here. So now when we run the program, that will be clearer to the user. So let's run it again. Enter name, Joe. So right, the name Joe has been found, and there you go, update lists. So now the user knows what's that's all about. Okay, there you go. Bob's your uncle and Fanny is your auntie. So remember to give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in another video. Bye bye.